Yo, welcome back to another build guide. That's right, this time we are diving deep into the cluster launcher. This is an interesting weapon. It's very interesting. Got a pretty high base damage per second in theory if you hit all of your shots, but it's brought down a little bit by a pretty wide spread and a low fire rate. That said, it is the only weapon in the game to have splash damage by default. That's right, the splash damage legendary perk. One of the stronger legendary perks, not needed here at all. So it's got some good things going for it. It's got some bad things going for it. If you saw my ranking video back in the day, please go watch that if you haven't. I had it pretty low, and I think that that's relatively fair, although I have learned a little bit more of how to use this weapon, and I do think it has a lot of potential. So today, I'll be showing you a couple very solid builds that can help you unlock that potential. Let's get into it. What's up, guys? My name is TheeFURNAS, your second favorite F word, and the #1 source for all things Crab Champions. Before we get into it, please like the video. It helps me out a ton. Subscribe to the channel to stay up to date. Everything we got going for us here in Crab Champions, including more build guides, dev updates, challenge videos, gameplay, etc. Now let's dive into these builds. For this first build, we're going to focus on solo gameplay. They're going in alone. For that reason, we are going to be focusing on maximizing your accuracy, bringing that spread in and getting the damage up. We want to be able to take out those stronger elite and boss enemies. Typically on solo, those are the pain points, not the hordes in the arena islands. So to start off, we're going to want to find grip tape. This is the bread and butter of the entire build. It reduces the spread and recoil of your shots. That's all it does. There's no downside. It just brings it in. We're going to maximize your accuracy and really get things going. After stacking that a little bit, or while you're stacking it, obviously we need to get the damage up. And you've heard me say all the various mods that can do this, but naturally we have things like accelerating shot and sharp shot, even fast shot. The shots are lighter, less affected by gravity. They go faster, therefore they go further, and they're more accurate because of that, in a way. It's not literal accuracy, but it feels more accurate because they're faster, they get to the target, etc. It effectively increases the range. We also got damage shot. That's a nice epic one. You can get a 200% damage increase at level 1. Oh, it's beautiful. And then naturally, we've got things in the perk category that you've seen before in previous videos, and I'm sure you've seen in your own gaming. They're just consistently the best ways to increase your damage. Gemstone, that's damage per island. Collector, damage per perk level. Checklist, damage per amount of kills. So I think it's 1 additional percentage of damage for every 25 kills, and that goes up as you level it. Power armor, damage per armor plate. Damage combo, damage per combo level, etc., etc., etc. There's tons of these things. They all feed into each other nicely, and pretty much regardless of the build you get or the weapon, you're going to want to find these if you can. It is, of course, worth mentioning that fire rate does kind of always help out your builds. I'm not thinking that it's a requirement here, but I do think that if you find a speed portal here and there, take it, get some rapid fire, maybe some supercharged. You're going to feel better about this, especially if you're going long runs, looping past Island 30. If you're just going to 30, not a huge deal. But if you're going further, it's definitely a necessity. Now for this second build, we're going to kind of flip the script and go the opposite direction. We're going to be looking at a crowd control, more of a co-op type build here. Because of that, we're not going to want the spread to be nice and tight. We're actually going to want to spread it further out to inflict damage to a wide variety of opponents. Just shoot it into the horde and whittle them all down. You may not be getting the kills, but you're going to be doing a lot of damage to a lot of people a lot of the time. So for weapon mods, we just want to make the projectiles crazy. Yeah, spiral shot, zigzag shot, snake shot, chaotic shot, these are all welcomed. It's going to go everywhere. That's the point. Even split shot. Every shot has a chance to split into 4 more shots. The more the merrier. Arc shot is a nice wide arc. You could think of others. I mean, even bouncing shot to create more chaos because the projectiles literally live longer. They keep bouncing. And I've even found personally that big shot is super fun and scales really well with the cluster launcher. Big shot increases the physical size of the projectile and damage, as well as a little bit of a drawback. It doesn't go as fast. But if you've seen my past video, and please go check it out if you haven't yet, you can turn this weapon into a lava gun if you rank up big shot, heavy shot, and bouncing shot. They're just really big lava blobs and balls from the cluster launcher, and they're super heavy, so they just fall right down and then do a bunch of bounces. Always a fun build. Here we are going to focus on fire rate. It is more of a priority here. So, rapid fire, supercharged, even light shot. All of these things will help you out. You want to be doing damage to the entire map all the time. Just go psycho with this thing. And naturally, that means you're going to be reloading a lot. We don't like that. So you can get Big Mag to increase your mag size, or you can get one of the perks that reduces your reloading, right? Personally, I'm a big fan of Ghost Ammo. It's just a chance to not consume ammo at all. And naturally, you know, broken record here, but go ahead, get those damage boosting perks. All of them that I mentioned in the first build, those are going to apply here. You might as well do it. And then finally, since you're kind of just doing damage to a ton of different people, throw an element or two in there. It helps you out, especially something like lightning, where you actually have the potential to eliminate enemies, or even fire, you know, get some damage over time, or obviously always a great option, go poison. You're going to be hitting a lot of people for a lot of small damage. Poison them up, your teammates will come in and take them out. It'll be very, very helpful and very supportive for the squad. So there we have it. All in all, cluster launcher, it's a solid weapon with a lot of potential, and it really just kind of comes down to whether you're rocking a solo build, running solo, or if you're running with the boys for co-op. Two very different strategies and very different directions you can take it, but both are very helpful and effective at the end of the day. But regardless, let me know what you like to do with the cluster launcher in the comment section below. Like the video. I'm going to keep begging for likes, baby. Subscribe. It helps me out. You won't miss the next one. That's all I got. Have a good one.